by the earth that is her body, by the air that is her sweet breath, by the fires that is her bright spirit, and by the waters of her sacred womb. I declare this space to be truly sacred. So mote it be, blessed be.
Blessed be. Croiso, brothers and sisters. My name is Veronica, and I'm going to lead you through the ground and centering to let us embrace our Dark Mother. So please start with one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, and soften. Just feel the connection between your hands and your body. And you can close your eyes. Start breathing into your hands deeply, stretching your lungs up and down, wider, forward and backwards, claiming space within your body. So for each exhale, you can soften a little more and feel your body touching the furniture or wherever you're sitting. Maybe you even can feel the caress of the air surrounding you. So I want us all to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And just release everything that's behind you, the day, the night, and ground yourself into the now. And I want you to picture in front of you your feet. Your feet are growing roots, and those roots are traveling downwards through the floor, through the earth, and down, down, passing our ancestors' bones, waters, rocks, soil, and moving deeper, deeper down into the core of the earth, to the cauldron of the mother, and ground your roots there. Feel connection, inhale the connection, and exhale the connection. And inhale this energy from the core of the earth through your roots, up, 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 traveling upwards through your feet, through your body, and through your spine. Reaching up towards the top of your head and out into the heavens and into the universe. And here you see the constellation of Cassiopeia, the constellation of Cerridwen, and you find the star where she is resting, and connect to that star through your crown chakra, and the energy flowing down from our dark star mother towards the top of your head, through your spine, down to your cauldron, where those two energies meet, and we finally connect and embrace the wisdom of the Anun and the caress of our mother Cerridwen. Hear her whisper. She's here. She's holding you. She's holding us, brothers and sisters. She's holding this community in love and power. So inhale, exhale, And with your whole soul, embrace the goddess. She is here, she is now, she is within our center, and she is within our grounding. Dear Mother, embrace us, hold us. Let us speak with your words and your wisdom in this beautiful dark moon ritual to follow. So mote it be. Inhale, exhale, and you can blink up your eyes. And take in the room, which now has a completely different energy, because she's here, and we are grounded and centered. Blessed be.
Cloiso, Cerridwen, Initiatrix, our dark mother, the one who stirs the cauldron. We ask you to cast your dark light on our shadow, enabling transformation from within. We feel your stir of the cauldron, showing us the way to release those ties, those things that hold us back. We release the fears, the heartache, all those things that are not needed as we move into the next cycle. Hold us in your place of magic and mystery, so we may be transformed in your love. Hail, Cerridwen, Initiatrix. We breathe your loving energy into the center. Blessed be.
Turn with me in your mind's eye to the north. Croeso, Cerridwen of air, Mam ysbrydoliaeth, breath of knowing, intuition and inspiration. You are in the first breath we take as we enter this life, and you bear witness to our last as we leave it. Wrapped in your cloak of stars, surrounded by your love, we leave this place for the next. You remind us to appreciate every breath of life we take as a loving gift. Use it well, you remind us, this spirit of air that animates us, to inspire others and ourselves, to embrace winds of change, embrace the buffeting winds of life, for we have deep roots holding us firm in your love. We dance in the gentle breeze and sing and laugh loudly, using the breath of life to show our devotion to you. With you, we stand on the cliffs and mountains of life, and we call the fierce winds to us, for we are wild and free and embrace the element of air. Wind witches, controlling the chaos, our black cloaks flapping in the wind, like crow wings, strong, powerful and beating against all odds. We breathe your air energy in with gratitude, and we bring it into the center. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen of air. Blessed be.
Please turn with me with your inner eye to the east. Croeso, Cerridwen Ortan, Cerridwen of fire. We experience you in many different ways. We name you with many different names. Cerridwen of fire, Cerridwen or Tan, Tan, fire, feu, brand, vuur, ateş, fuego, agir, taina, ugnis, incendio, fuego, vuur, brand, fire. Cerridwen of fire, you are close to us in the flame of the candle that we light every morning in the dark. Cerridwen of fire, we feel you in the light of the sun that warms us and brightens our days. You are the energy of the community, of the people gathering around a fire pit in dark times. Cerridwen of fire, we sense your untamed fire power that lies dormant deep in the heart of our earth, always ready to radically change the face of the planet. Cerridwen or Tan, you are the embers of courage that burn in our hearts. You are the flame of passion that overcomes all obstacles. Cerridwen of fire, you are the fire of creation. You are the fire of love, with which we connect again and again, with every prayer, with every breath, with every day. Cerridwen or Tan, Cerridwen of fire, we breathe your energy in with gratitude. And bring it to our center. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen of fire. Blessed be.
Turn with me in your mind's eye to the south. Chryso, Cerridwen of water, Lady of Lake Bala, Lady of the deep cauldron. We bathe in your primal waters, releasing all that does not serve us. Your clear waters refresh us. These are the same waters that flow from the sky, that fill the lakes and the rivers and the streams that flow to the ocean and the sea. This is the same water that is in our tears of joy and our tears of sorrow. Let your cleansing waters wash over us, and we breathe your watery energy in with gratitude. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen of water, and we breathe you into our center. Blessed be.
Turning our attention to the west, where we call Cerridwen of the earth. She who is the protectress of the land, the warrioress that fights against injustice. She who takes care of our beautiful nature. She who is nature herself. She who provides us with so much abundance. And at this time of the year, when in the northern hemisphere we start slowing down, directing our energy and attention towards the darkness, we take our time into the earth, exactly like the seeds are now sleeping underneath in the soil, to regain strength, energies, inspiration. Cerridwen of earth, may you share with us your seeds of inspiration. May you help us to look into the dark mirror, to see anything that no longer serves us, and to find the courage within to let go of fears, of guilt, of insecurities, so that we can shine again and we can meet ourselves again. Cerridwen of earth, we breathe your energy in. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen of earth. Blessed be.
In your mind's eye, please turn with me to the center. Croeso, Cerridwen, Lady of Magic and Mysteries. As we dig into our cauldron, the darkness, the stillness, may you always be our beacon of light. May you remind us that in darkness we are safe. Cerridwen, great mother of us all, hold us, guide us through this journey of our spiral labyrinth. Share us the wisdom that the life ebbs and flow. May you be our standing stone that is strong and mighty, ancient and forevermore. With your power, may we be reborn and transformed to know better so we can do better. Cerridwen, tonight we gather and we welcome you so we may breathe you in and be here with us. Dear Cerridwen, we breathe your energy in with deep gratitude. Hail and welcome, Cerridwen, Mother of Dark Mysteries and Magic. Blessed be.
Hello, I'm Edwina Hodkinson and I'm a medical herbalist, and I'm going to take you out into the land and to tell you about some of the medicines that are out there deep beneath the soil. If you go out into nature at the moment and look around, you won't see very much. You might see a few berries that are left over on the hawthorn, or some rose hips that are just softening, but everything else will have died back. And whilst there are some medicines that you can use, like rose hips, the really powerful medicines this time of the year are deep underneath the soil. As a medical herbalist, it's often quite difficult to know what is beneath the soil. So I do have a lot of herbs within my garden that I know where the root medicine is. Or sometimes if I'm out on the land, I might mark it with a stick so that I know where I can dig. Roots aren't so easy to identify as flowers and leaves. So we tend to identify them by really sort of knowing what is growing above the earth. And when we dig deep in autumn and winter and early spring, we tend to know that that's what we're going to experience. There are things that we can get wrong when we dig roots, because if we're just digging down, we could be picking anything up. So you do sometimes get to know what the roots are by the way they smell or they feel or they look. And so I will talk you through some of the medicines that we can find this time of the year. One of my favourites that I like to work with is a plant called Elecampane, and I'm wondering if somebody can, if Georgia, you could put a picture up. So this is Elecampane in summer. It's a member of the sunflower family. It's got these beautiful yellow flowers. And whilst they really attract bees, it's this time of the year when the plant dies back and there's not very much to see, that you dig deep into the soil. And if I could just have the roots, Georgia. So if you dig down into the soil, what you're going to get is a really big, chunky, gnarly root that when you actually smell it and you dig into it, it smells so aromatic. And you probably find little shoots on it, which you can cut off and you can replant. And that's the way of giving back to the plant, by giving it to a friend and planting it somewhere else. And in a few years, you get a new plant. So why I particularly like this medicine is that this is a great cough medicine. And like a lot of the medicines that we find in the roots this time of the year, they are really good for the problems that we experience, like coughs and colds, and sometimes problems relaxing. So our root medicines are absolutely perfect for us. So Elecampane, which is, I will write down for you in the chat. Elecampane is a great root medicine. If you taste it, it tastes bitter. So this means it's really great for your digestive tract. But what is also in this medicine is that it is a really magnificent remedy for coughs and colds. And particularly when you get phlegm that is really green and stuck and really deep down in your lungs, this can help you to cough it up. It's antiseptic, so great for chest infections. And it's good for when you get those wet coughs, the ones where you just feel like absolutely you've got that much phlegm, you don't know what to do with it. The other name for this plant is elfwort. So this was traditionally used to ward off elf shots when you got hit by those invisible arrows of the elves, usually leading to things like ME or fibromyalgia, or those sort of illnesses where you were very, very tired and wasted. So this is good as well for, digestive medicine, and it can help replenish the microbiome. So really fantastic medicine to use this time of the year, and I've got loads of it in my garden, and I do encourage people to plant it if they can, because it grows so easily and the bees absolutely love it. Mm.
sisters, it looks like we've lost Edwina. Should we perhaps move on to the next bit and come back to Edwina later?
You are in the deepest part of the cauldron now, and you gently move aside all the silt, all the dirt, all the drags, to find that spark within you, that spark of light, of joy, of happiness. You have walked through the dark forest for what feels to be an eternity for you. But remember, time is an illusion in your world. The moments of joy pass so quickly. You must catch them, hold on to them. You must hold the people you love close. You must love with an open heart now. That is the only way forward. Feel into yourself. Know that you are stronger than you ever thought you'd be. Look in that dark mirror and see that glimmer of your soul. That shining, bright soul that will never give up, will never be put down. You have the power. This is the time to find what it is that you want to create in the world. So many of you forget that I am the goddess of manifestation and that all you need to do is ask. Ask for what you need. Know that I can hear you. I can hear the wishes in your heads, your dreams, your desires. And what I hear the most of at this moment of time is the dream of peace. Peace for yourself. Peace between your loved ones and you. Peace between all the people on the world. I honor you for that wish. You know that soon the time will come where you will once again drift up through the brew into the light above you, holding in your hand that gold nugget of truth and justice that I have laid there in the darkness for you. You are the ambassadors. You are the ones who speak the truth, even if sometimes it is not an easy one. You have courage. That is why you were chosen. You do not look for rewards. You look only for peace in your heart. I will give you that peace. If you ask for what you need, Ask very specifically for what you need. We will see what can be done to give you the tools to do the work in the world. You are the lights in the darkness. You hold the web. You are the weavers of the fates of many. You know what is needed in the world now. Find your soul's purpose. Find your soul's desire and be at peace. Rest. Dream in my cauldron of the things you wish to manifest and speak to me often. I am closer than you think, and I am listening to you. Blessings upon you, my beloveds. Listen carefully and hear me sing my song to you. Blessings upon you, dear children. Blessed be.
So thank you for that. Absolutely amazing. And I apologise for going offline, that my computer crashed. So back on now and back into root medicine. So the next herb I'd like to introduce you to is marshmallow. Sorry, Angelica. So Georgia, if I could have Angelica on. So this magnificent plant is a plant of the Northern Hemisphere and a perfect plant for these cold times in winter. So digging deep into the roots of Angelica in the dark half of the year, this is an amazing plant again for chests, for chest infections, for when you get that stuck phlegm on your chest. It nourishes the lungs, it heals the lungs, it increases the circulation, and it also decongests. What I really like about Angelica is that in the Sami people of the northern lands like to chew chunks of it. And this is great sometimes to have in with you. So first sign of a cold, a virus, congested nose, you can chew Angelica, and that works sort of very deeply. It's also nice for nourishing the adrenal glands for when you feel tired, and it increases circulation to the brain and all your extremities. So really brilliant herb to get to know. This is the herb of the angels, and very, very supportive in these cold sort of weathers. The next herb I'd like to introduce you to is marshmallow. So if you could just show me, move on, Georgia, to the next plant. This is how marshmallow looks in summer, and it has those beautiful, soft, velvety leaves that are soft to touch and beautiful sort of delicate flowers. Now, this time of the year, this has all died back and all I'm within the stalks, but if I dig my hands into the soil, I've got these really long roots that I can dig up, and if I take my hands into the soil and dig some and cut some, it's the very slippery and mucilaginous. So whilst Elecampane is good for wet coughs, marshmallow is really lovely for those dry coughs because it's so slippery and mucilaginous. It coats all the surfaces of your respiratory tract, making it sort of less sort of hoarse and sore when you actually sort of cough. It's also really nice medicine for soothing your gastrointestinal tract and also for your urinary tract, if you have urine infections, and you know, and marshmallow is really good for any of those sort of dry, sort of irritable conditions that really need soothing and healing. Another root medicine that I would really like to introduce you to is horseradish. If you just take the root next, Georgia, that's it, that's the marshmallow root. So you can see how long this is and gnarled, and really is beautiful, and you can get some great medicine from it. I like to dig this root and just put it in cold water and leave it for a few hours or overnight, and you can get that lovely slippery soothingness that is so good in medicine this time of the year. So if we can move on now to horseradish. And this is horseradish root. Now, I've got just so much in my garden. These are the shoots, and you'll get these really long sort of aromatic roots. And it's very invasive in my garden because I made the mistake of planting it in a pot with a hole underneath that went between the cracks of the flags, and it invaded everywhere, which, even though it is invasive, it's great medicine for this time of the year, because if you dig it up, if you cut it, and you will get this pungent aroma that really clears your nostrils. And if you bite into it, you'll find that it's very sort of warming, very pungent, and sometimes can be a little bit too much. I like to use horseradish this time of the year because of its warming, decongestant properties. It's great to use in fire cider vinegar, and if you get our newsletter in Ewell, you'll find a recipe for fire cider vinegar. So this is horseradish. The Latin name is, I think it's Arameca rustica. So this is great to make using food. Fire cider vinegar is my favourite way of using it because you can chop this up, you can put it in a jar along with grated ginger, garlic, chilli. You can use some of the Ellie campaign if you like, or the Angelica. You can put cinnamon in it, cardamom pods, you know, loosely pack your jar, and then cover it with cider vinegar, leave it for about a month, and we like to dig a hole in the ground. Again, this is very seasonal and root medicine-ish. So digging a hole in the ground, wrapping your jar up in a plastic bag, and putting it in the earth, covering it with the soil, letting those beautiful earth energies, those deep soil sort of nurturing earth energies sort of to incubate it for a month. Dig it up, strain it, and pour it out, and you can take this about a tablespoon every day, and this is absolutely brilliant for clearing your sinuses, clearing your lungs, your chest. It's great for fighting off viruses, and it also puts a bit of fire in your belly. So other root medicines that are great to use this time of the year and that I haven't got photographs of are things like valerian. We can use you know, that is a really beautiful medicine for helping us go into that deep dreaming of winter, in helping us rest and sleep. And so, you know, I could probably go on for the next hour with root medicines. But when you are working with root medicines, this is working with that deep earth energy of the healing of this time of the year that is really underneath the soil. And the time for root medicine is now. It's now in the late autumn, the winter, the early spring, before you get these new shoots that are going up, and the energy goes into the plant above the soil. So I do love the root medicines. I love that, digging my hands into the earth, touching the soil, feeling the soil, smelling the soil, and putting hands in and digging out a root and taking it back to the kitchen and rinsing it off, and really connecting to the earth and the energy and the microbiome of the soil, because it is that microbiome in the soil and those microorganisms that interact with our body that can bring us that serotonin, that feel-good hormone. So we were always meant to dig deep into the soil for our medicines and to tend our gardens. So that is a little brief sort of talk on root medicines. And now I have a journey for you to really connect you to the soil and the earth. So I want you to close your eyes for a moment. Just close your eyes and just thinking about those roots, those deep roots that go into the earth. And as you take a breath, just really connecting to your body, checking out how your body's feeling, noticing any areas of stress and tension, and just loosening those out, just easing those out. And as you take another deep breath, just follow that breath in your body. Follow that breath in, let it move through your lungs, through your arms, through the bottom half of your body into your feet. And as you breathe it out, just letting go of any stress, any tension. And as you take another breath, just going deeper and deeper inside yourself, feeling yourself relax. And knowing that you don't have to change that breathing in any way, just to allow that natural rise and fall of your chest and of your breathing. And as you follow that breath, you'll feel yourself relaxing even more. And I want you to go to that space behind your eyes and just allow in that space behind your eyes images to fall, to form of the forest, of the leaves, and of the ground beneath your feet. And as you walk on the ground beneath your feet, feeling what it's like to walk through the forest on the fallen leaves with the golds and the bronzes and the coppers and the reds. And as you look around you, start to see the leaves that have fallen from the trees, see the bare branches against the sky. And as you take a deep breath in, just breathe in the smells of the forest, of the mushrooms and the fungi. And if you listen, what do you hear? Do you hear the sounds of the forest, of the trickling water, the sound of the wind through the branches of the trees? And how does that temperature feel? Can you feel the coolness in the air of autumn? And as you walk through the forest, I want you to hear some footsteps next to you. Soft, gentle. And as you turn around, you see your spirit animal, your guide. Some of you may have had and worked with a spirit animal before, but some of you may not have done. So just seeing next to you an animal that you feel comfortable with, that is supportive of you on this journey. And as you both walk together, feeling that comfort, that safety, that security. And as you allow this animal to guide you to a place in the forest that is special, to a clearing where the branches part and you can see the sky more. And as you put your feet on the ground, feel its softness. As your feet move on the soil. Taking a deep breath, breathing in the fresh air. And I want you to crouch down into the soil. And I want you to put your hands on the soil, running your fingers along the surface. Moving, parting and moving away the leaves. And so what is ahead of you, before you, is dark, cool soil. Move it round with your fingers, move the surface Dig your fingers into it, get your fingers in there. So you're stirring the surface of the soil. And as you do that, start to breathe it in, breathing in the smells of the soil, of the dampness, of the aroma. Noticing what it's like to put your hands in the soil. Notice how cool it is. It might be that you see bits of roots in there, bits of leaves from last year. And just start to move it round with your fingers, starting to dig your fingers deep into it, filling your hands full of soil and moving it away. Start to dig a hole with your hands and noticing how that feels, what it's like as your body connects to it, how your hands move through the soil as you start to dig a hole. And you're finding, quite strangely, how easily it is to move the soil. And before long, you've dug quite a big hole. And it might be that your spirit animal can help you to dig away more soil until you started to dig away a small tunnel into the earth. Notice where it goes. Notice whether it goes straight down or whether it goes to an angle. Does it go beneath the roots of the trees? And as you get into it, dig it out more and more so that you are completely surrounded on three sides by this beautiful, nurturing soil tunnel. If you look up, you can still see the sky and just feel Mother Earth around you. Notice how good that feels. And allowing your spirit animal to move in there with you as you dig out more soil into this tunnel beneath the forest that feels so safe, that feels nurturing. Take a deep breath in and notice how it smells, how it feels to be surrounded by Mother Earth. What do you find? What do you see? How does that feel as you sit there in the earth? And as you take a deep breath, feeling that calmness within you, start to feel Cerridwen. Start to feel her moving closer. Cerridwen of the earth, goddess of the soil and the trees, the mycelium and the mushrooms. Feel her energy, feel her presence next to you. Feel her loving, nurturing, wise energy. And just start to allow her to take shape. As she moves into the tunnel next to you, feeling her love, feeling her wisdom. And ask her what it is that you need to do to heal yourself, to heal, to feel nurtured, to move into the dark half of the year. What is it that you need? What is it that nurtures you? What do you want to do? How can she help you? And just sit with her for a moment, breathe her energy in, breathe her love in. As you are surrounded by the earth in this beautiful tunnel. Allow her words to form with images, words, and sometimes just knowing. And then thanking her for the wisdom that she has shared with you. Breathing in her love. And then offering your farewell to her with grateful thanks and reverence with any wisdom that you have gleaned. And along with your spirit animal, start to climb out of that tunnel that you have created in the earth, in the clearing of the forest. And as you turn back to look at it, thank the tunnel for holding you, for sharing with you that beautiful space. Knowing that you can come back here anytime that you like, when you need to feel safe, when you need to spend time in the earth, when you need to spend time with Cerridwen. It is yours to come back to. And then along with your spirit animal, I want you to leave the clearing in the forest, leaving this beautiful place as you listen to the sounds of the birds, the song of the forest, moving down the path, through the trees, looking around you, seeing the depth of the forest and the beauty that is there. Breathing in the clear air. And as you walk further down the path, you can see a light that is the end of the forest that brings you back. Saying goodbye to your spirit animal and thanking them for guiding you to the right place to dig the tunnel. And letting them go as you walk back. And feeling yourself walking back into your body. Feeling where you sat. Feeling your feet on the floor. Feeling where you sat. Feeling where your arms are, moving your fingers, moving your toes, moving your body. And just bringing yourself back as you open your eyes and bring yourself into the here and now. And bringing back with you any wisdom that you have gleaned. Blessed be.
As we enter the darker months, we are encouraged to dive deeply into the depths of our soul, into the depths of our emotions, to find out who we truly are, to find our authentic self. This is a time when we really need to deepen our connection to our beloved Goddess. To know deep down that she is always with us, guiding us, supporting and nurturing us as we continue to evolve and grow. Oh, we dive deeply, oh, we dive deeply to surrender to the cauldron of our when. Oh, we dive deeply, oh, we dive deeply to surrender to the cauldron of our when. Oh, we dive deeply, oh, we dive
Cerridwen, awaken your dark, bright spirit within me. Lady, open and expand my inner vision of our noon. Lady, be in my breath and in my words, and in every action I take in service to you today. Lady, fill my heart with your love. Lady, heal my dis-ease. Cerridwen, bless my cauldron of creativity and bless my fertility of mind and body, and ground me in your love. Cerridwen, awaken your dark, bright spirit within me. Lady, open and expand my inner vision of our noon. Lady, be in my breath. And in my words, and in every action I take in service to you today. Lady, fill my heart with your love.
È veramente
Lady,
forte.
heal my dis-ease. Cerridwen, bless my cauldron of creativity and bless my fertility of mind and body, and ground me in your love. Cerridwen, awaken your dark, bright spirit within me. Lady, open and expand my inner vision of our noon. Lady, be in my breath. And in my words, and in every action I take in service to you today. Lady, fill my heart with your love. Lady, heal my dis-ease. Cerridwen, bless my cauldron of creativity and bless my fertility of mind and body, and ground me in your love. Blessed be.
Please join with me in saying the Awen 3 times. Awen. Blessed be.
May the circle be open but unbroken. May the love of the goddess be forever in our hearts. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
I'm so thankful to all my sisters. I am thankful to you all who shared with us this moment, this dark ritual. And I have no words. What I can say, every end is a new begin. And when we fall in the cauldron of Cerridwen, and every time we discover our shadows, every time we meet our troubles, when we meet our sorrows, we are not alone. Always Cerridwen is with us. We are not alone, never. She is always with us every time of our life, every time. And I thank you again to share with us this dark moon ritual. So thankful. So much it be. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Thank you to you all.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you and
Thank you.
goodbye.
Thank you. That was
Bye.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
Good night,
night.
everyone.
See you
Good
next
night,
week.
everybody. Blessed be. Everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye. Good
Bye.
night. Bye.
Bye.
Really lovely. Thank you very much for coming.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
See you next time.
Thank you.
Blessed be to you all. Tonight was
Bye.
tremendous. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.
See you. Bye bye.